Meaning this ayah means, بَذَلَ مَالَهُ فِي وُجُوهِ الْخَيْرِ He just gave up his money, just kept exhausting his wealth in all faces of good, meaning all kinds of good. He was looking for things to give give his wealth to. It was like, someone who really wants to make it big in this dunya, and they say, man, I got some money, I don't know how to use it. So they go to their business buddies, got any good business ideas? Where should I be putting my money right now? The market's kind of bad, where should I invest? Right? So there's this idea of putting your money in a good place. Or finding, what's called diversifying your portfolio. Right? That's called diversifying your portfolio. So you don't put all your money in one, investment. You put a little here, put a little here, put a little here. What is this person doing? Ash-Shawkani rahimahullah comments, فِي وُجُوهِ الْخَيْرِ All kinds of faces of good things. He's doing, maybe I should put a little here, a little here, a little here, a little here. So I have this diversified portfolio when I go to Allah Azza wa Jal. It's incredible, this mindset, that if you direct it towards Allah, it brings a yield, and people direct it towards dunya to bring a yield for themselves in this dunya. Anyhow, Asam al-Ra'i also offers a really remarkable insight on the ayah. He says, فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى تَدُلُّ عَلَى أَنَّهُ اتَّقَى الْبُخْلِ He says he gave and he was afraid. It illustrates he was afraid of being cheap. That's why he gave. He gave as he was afraid, meaning wow becomes haliyah. He gave as he was afraid, meaning he was afraid of becoming those who are cheap, who hold on. My teacher used to give this example about our relationship with Allah. When we give, is it really our money we're giving? Is it really ours? No. But we know, I don't know if I've told you this experiment with your kids before, try it, it's a lot of fun. You get a lollipop, you get a candy, something nice, right? And you're about to eat it, and your child sees it. What does your child say? Can I have it? Can I have it? Dad, can I please have it? Just a little. And you say, okay. You can hold it. You can have it, just a little piece. You give it to them, just to hold, and then you ask for it back. Can I have it back? What do they say? Mine. All of us, within seconds it becomes yours. Allah asks us for money. Allah asks us, qardan hasana, give me a loan, beautiful loan. He says, let me tell you a business transaction, tijaratin. He gives us all these terminologies. Why? Because we start believing what? It's ours. It's ours. It's not his, it's ours. SubhanAllah. We start thinking we're the owners. That's what happens with money. Money is the mal is the essential thing that makes you start thinking you're in charge. And who have you replaced psychologically? Maybe in your aqeedah you still say La ilaha illallah. Maybe in your salah you still say Allahu Akbar. But what is your heart testifying to every time you look at the account balance? What's your heart testifying to? Where is your heart going? It's already testified that I own this wealth. This is mine. This belongs to me. Right? This is the attitude that Allah is striking at the heart. أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى He gave and he was afraid he might start thinking this belongs to him. So he gave lots of it. He gave lots of it. The other thing also that's really interesting is, you put a lot of money in a sure deal. You put a little bit of money when you're not so sure if it's gonna, maybe it's a good investment, I'm not so sure. So I'm not gonna put all my savings in it, I'll put a little bit. But if it's a guaranteed investment, what do? Like guaranteed. You put it in. You say, man, this is the way to go. It's a sure shot. It's good real estate. It's coming up. The area is coming up. I'm going to buy in this property, this area. I'm going to invest in this thing or that thing. Why? Because it's a sure deal. So the amount we give increases when what we start believing? That it's a sure deal. And the more you there are other better places this could be spent, the less you give. Right? And so this person fears, before my other instinct kicks in and I say, no, maybe I shouldn't give this much, before he even gets to that point, he just gives, أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى This is his attitude. And so Allah Azza wa Jal, when He speaks about this, actually another couple of things we should talk about here is the sequence. Usually, أَعْطَى is giving a lot. It's not even giving a little. أَعْطَى, I said, is a hyperbolized form of the verbs. So this guy's giving a lot. But you would think taqwa comes first, and then you do ihsan, you give a lot. Right? So it seems like taqwa comes first, and then you give a lot. But what does the ayah say? أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى It mentions the giving a lot first, and taqwa second. It mentions taqwa second. And this is part of the style of this entire surah. Allah Azza wa Jal mentions the conclusion first, and then the root second. And we'll find this throughout this surah. It's beautiful. Even, what's the conclusion? This dunya or the akhirah? The akhirah. he says, and so which should be mentioned first? Dunya first, akhirah second. When we come to that ayah, what does he say? وَإِنَّ لَنَا لَلْآخِرَةَ وَالْأُولَى. He mentions first the hereafter, then he mentions the first. So this is part of the beautiful, remarkable style of this surah. You want to reach that point? What's the seed? You want to see the tree? Think about the root. The root is taqwa. And then finally, even the taqwa has a root. Even taqwa has another root. What's even before taqwa? What's the next part? وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. And he confirmed the truth in the ultimate good. Al-Husna is af'alu tafdeel in Arabic. You know, he said akbar, abyad, or afdal. The feminine version of that is kubra, sughra, yumna. Here, husna. Husna is the feminine equivalent of akbar. In English, we call these comparative or superlative adjectives. It's an adjective. So Allah says, He confirmed the truth in the best possible thing. And I'm not even saying thing, actually, the best possible. And in English, it leaves best possible what? Best possible what? Allah gave the adjective, but not a precise term. Allah didn't say He confirmed the truth in Jannah, He confirmed the truth in La ilaha illallah, He confirmed the truth in the hereafter, He confirmed the truth in the beauty of Sharia, He confirmed the truth in obeying Allah, and following the Messenger ﷺ. He did all of those things. And since there are so many things He confirmed, the best thing to do is to summarize all of them in the most comprehensive term, Al-Husna. So you find among our Salaf, they say things like, when they interpret Al-Husna, they'll say, Al-Husna hiya la ilaha illallah. Al-Husna hiya al-Jannah. The ultimate thing is Jannah. The ultimate thing is the kalimat la ilaha illallah. Ita'atul Rasul, the following of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Giving to the poor. They start listing all these good deeds. But Allah did not list them. Why? Because He's implying what? All of them. And remember I said in the beginning of this surah, Allah wants you to think. He'll leave the scope of thought open for you. Covers what? Gave who? Gave what? Right? Similarly, confirm the good. What good? What ultimate good? What best did He confirm? Now think of all the things that Allah wants you to think are the best. And here's the thing. This is a very important point that Allah is teaching us here. Very important point. You have a person who thinks something is good, but doesn't do it anyway. You tell him, don't you think praying is good? Yeah. Why don't you pray? I don't know, man. I know it's good. I know I should do it. I just don't do it. They know it's good. They say it's good too. They don't even say it's bad. They say it's good, but they just don't do it. Tasdeeq is to say it's good, to confirm the truth in it, and then to act upon it also. To do that also. This is real tasdeeq. You know, if you say fire burns, I know it burns, and then you touch it anyway. That means either two things. Either you were lying, you didn't think it burns, or you're not very smart. But you're insane. It's a sign of insanity, isn't it? That you say it burns and you still touch it. You still touch it. And I say, so what's the same thing? To confirm the truth in something is to now, it leads you to action directly after. But the fundamental theme of this surah was action. Inna sa'yakum lashatta. The word sa'i is effort. Effort. Now understand the benefit of this sequence in one more way. First thing was giving. Second thing was taqwa. Third thing was confirming the ultimate good. أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى. Three things, right? These are actually, it seems like they're in reverse order. Because first you confirm the truth, first you come to La ilaha illallah, then you develop taqwa, and then you give. But they're mentioned in exact reverse order. Which of the, confirming the truth is in your heart. Isn't that the case? Taqwa, part of taqwa is in your heart, part of taqwa is in your actions. A'ta, giving. Giving is where? Action. So one of these words is in your heart, one of these words is part action, part in the heart, the other word is purely action. What was the central theme of the surah? Action. Sa'yukum. So what word is placed closest to sa'yukum? A'ta. The verb among a'ta, ittaqa, and saddaqa that is closest to action is put first. This is part of the balagha and the eloquence of the Qur'an. The word that is most consistent in proximity. And then from there, the least consistent with this word, the farthest from this word, is the farthest from the word sa'i. Right? So this is part of the eloquence and subtlety of even the sequence within these words. Another comment we find from Shaykh Fadl Salih Hassan al-Ra'i, he said something interesting about the nature of the individual versus the nature of society. For an individual, the sequence is he confirms the truth, then he has taqwa, fear of consequence, and then finally he becomes giving. This is when thinking about an individual. But when you think about a society, human beings, they always think about themselves. But if we want to live as a civilization, one of the first things you have to give up? You can't have everything for yourself. You have to contribute back to society in every which way. To be part of a society, you have to give. You can't be part of a society without giving. So giving comes first on a societal scale. And then after giving, that's obviously one of the, we're not even talking about Islamic society. Any society, if you want to be part of a civilization, you have to give. The second thing you have to do is you have to abide by the law. When you come in a society, you have to give and you have to abide by the law. You have to be afraid of the consequences of breaking the law. What is that? Taqwa. And finally, the ideal society will be the one in which the citizens give, they abide by the law, but they take that final step and make it the ideal society. They confirm the truth, which is what? Islam, the ultimate truth. So the final evolution of a society is وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. So the progression of an individual is one way, and the progression of society is in reverse. It's an interesting comment made by Dr. Fadl Salih As-Samarai in regards to this ayah. Now,